Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. This is Fola Daniel at Delisi. Today, I'll be talking about productivity by prioritization. It's important to understand that prioritizing every task that you want to do is one of the simplest tools or secrets to productivity. Many people know that it's important to prioritize whatever they want to do, but they still do not use the tool of prioritization to become more productive in life. If you check everyone that you know who is very productive in life, there's one thing they do differently, and that's the fact that they always prioritize whatever it is they want to do. If you have ever visited some people who are like VIPs or CEOs of some companies, you will notice that when you visit them, sometimes they keep you waiting. The reason they keep you waiting is not to show off. They are not keeping you at the reception just to prove that they are busy. They have a priority and they attend to matters according to their priority. No matter what you come with, they would always prioritize certain things except you have an emergency for which they are permitted to shift whatever it is that they have prioritized before you came in. But when you see people who are succeeding, one of the major things they do is to prioritize whatever they consider important. You need to begin to prioritize what is important to you and not just what is important to other people. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you do? What is the most important thing on your list, or what are the most important things for you to achieve in the day? If you don't decide what is your priority for the day, somebody else will come or some other people will come and decide your priority for you for that entire day. Even in your office where you work, whether you work for someone or you own your own business, it's important to always determine your priority for the day and for the week or for the month. Once you have determined your own priority, it helps you to focus on the most important thing and to continue to take each task on the basis of that priority. If you don't set your priorities by yourself, someone else will set those priorities for you. I've seen situations repeatedly where other people will come to someone and they will just jump on the task that those other people are brought on. They have important things they want to do for themselves, but they are not able to focus on those important things that they want to do. And the only reason they are not able to do those important things is because they have not set their own priorities. Every other person's task will always appear more important because you don't have your own priority laid out. So if you really want to achieve anything or become more productive, then you need to begin to prioritize. What will be the most important thing that you are going to do in the morning? What will be the important things that you will leave till afternoon? And what will be the important things that you will leave till evening? Set your priorities, and when other people come to you with the kinds of tasks that they really want you to help them with, their task would always come as a second task. One of the things I tell people when I train is that your own prioritization would determine how much of interruption you can allow into your schedule. If you don't have a priority, then there is no such thing as interruption. Everybody will begin to determine what your priority should be. But the moment you have already determined your own priority, then there will be minimal interruptions because they can see that you have important things to do. For you to achieve this prioritization, you can use the 4Ds of time management as a tool for prioritization. There's something called the 4Ds of time management, and is a technique to help you prioritize the most important task of the day. The 4Ds represent: number one, D is for do, the second D is for defer, the third D is for delete, and the final D is for delegate. Do, defer, delegate, and delete. So if you draw a box and you put the first D in the first box, it will be do. That tells you that anything that falls into that first box is very important and it cannot wait. It is both urgent and important. Now, in the second box, which is defer, it means that this thing, it can wait. It is important, but it is not urgent. So you now also need to determine how far you can defer it. Can you defer it for a day or two, or can you defer it only for a few hours? So anything that can wait, even though it's important, will come into the second box, which is for defer. The third box is delete or delegate. Let's take delegate first. The third box is for delegate. It tells you that this thing, somebody else can do it. It's not important and it's not urgent, but there are still tasks that, they somehow contribute to what you like to do. For example, I tell people your laundry, your picking up your children from school is very important, but as far as your work is concerned, if you work for someone else, that is not priority. So you can delegate picking up your children from school. Your laundry, for example, is very important, but to save time, you don't have to be the one to do your laundry yourself. You can delegate your laundry to someone else. Buying your meal is important because you have to eat to be able to survive, but as far as organizations are concerned, they don't consider it a priority if you buy your meal by yourself, because you will spend some time on the queue trying to get your meal yourself, which is why some corporate organizations have what they call office assistants, or they have maids in the office to help you sort your meal. The reason they have maids or office assistants who have the task of getting your meal for you is so that you can save some precious time focusing on the most important task in the organization. And the final D, which is delete, is that you look at some of the things that you're doing. Anything that is not important and is not urgent, it doesn't also add any value to what you're doing, then you can delete that thing. In most organizations and most cases when I train, I realize that it is usually meetings upon meetings that comes under the column delete. There are too many meetings that people are getting into. Look at all those meetings, review them. If it's not important, get rid of those meetings or shorten those meetings. One of the strategies I use to lead whenever I'm leading people is that I don't meet with everybody. I would break people into groups, then select a leader for each group. I would allow the leaders of each group to go and meet with all the groups individually. They will deliberate, decide on what to do. I would only confer with the leaders of the group and decide on what to do. That way, I've saved myself a lot of time instead of everybody coming together to a meeting and we begin to brainstorm at the meeting. One of the reasons meetings would also become an object to delete is because people don't prepare for meetings. It's inside the meeting that they want to start preparing and start discussing the important things. So you need to delete such things and find other ways to get things done. From today, it's important for you to increase your productivity by prioritizing the most important task for you. So I've said you can use the 4 Ds of time management as one of the tools to help you prioritize your task. Again, the first D is for do, the second D is for defer, the third D is for delete or delegate, and the fourth one is for delete. So anything that is very important, do it immediately. Anything that is important but can wait, do it later, but set a time to it. Anything that can be done by somebody else, even though it's important, delegate it. And whatever is not important and is not urgent, strike it out of your list. If you begin to do this, you will notice that you are becoming more productive because you have more time to focus on the most important thing and you are getting your task accomplished. Remember, prioritization will increase your productivity. Thank you for listening. Please head on now to youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks.